What's up, guys? This is Severin Stillsmith here. I'm going to do a little something different today. We're going to talk about picks. So, a little quick story. I was a user of the typical, I guess you could say, Fender medium pick. When you dig one out, I should have prepared that. But this isn't exactly Fender medium, but this size right here, your typical kind of like medium pick I use for pretty much everything. So what happened is I changed my picking technique. I used to hold the pick with all three of my fingers like this, and then I did a lot of research. I felt like my speed was lacking, so I changed my technique. Took some lessons from a guy specializing in flat picking, and I changed my picking technique like this. And I have long nails in my right hand for classical guitar, but just FYI. So I changed my picking technique like this. So holding it with my side of my index finger, and then my thumb, and then leaving these three fingers to be relaxed. And that made a huge difference. But when I switched for electric guitar, I stopped using these, and then started with the Jazz 3. So ever since then, I've been a big Jazz 3 fan. I was recently introduced about a year and a half ago into V-Picks, and I have found that they offer, it's hard to explain, but just a much more natural picking experience. Or, you know, I found with the Jazz 3s, they're great for fast playing, but they're so thin and they do flex that, you know, I can't be quite as accurate as I want to be. So I was on the quest for a alternative for this guy. So I found, while I was on that quest, ended up finding I really loved these larger size picks. In particular, the V-Pick Dimension Junior. Now, this pick, in my opinion, is the ideal jazz pick, and I've had this pick for over a year. And I'm sorry, my camera is not that great, but as far as wear and tear goes, it is like barely has any wear on it, and that's unbelievable. This thing would be gone by that point. I use this every day. So as far as jazz guitar picks, I'm sold. This is it. So I have a little collection right here. I've tried different things. We have, you know, Dimension Junior with sort of like a scratchy, unbuffed edges, which are cool, but I prefer the glassy, buffed edges. And we have some bigger, we have some traditionals, medium, screamer traditionals. But I love the Dimension Junior, so this is my pick for jazz, and even for some electric guitar stuff. It just sounds great. It feels great. It's nice because when you're playing, you can your hand tends to be less tense. Like when you're holding a really small pick, you really have to kind of grip on it. This is more of a natural fit for me. So when I play with this kind of pick, I'm very relaxed, and that's great. Let me take the time to show you guys some alternatives for the Jazz 3. And I've tried all these. I have these up here. I kind of have them grouped. These are kind of like the crazy picks for effects or just crazy sizes. These are more of like acoustic, in my opinion. You know, more close to this type of pick right here. And these are more, I don't know, jazz. This is kind of like a jazz pick mix between a jazz pick and like a Jazz 3. But this group right here is what I really feel to be, this is the Jazz 3 obviously, would be a good substitute for that. And out of all the Jazz 3 sort of size picks, my pick, no pun intended, or pun intended, is the Euro. Now, even though it's not quite the same size, like I'd say the Venom has the more traditional point in reference to the Jazz 3, the Euro is unbelievable. You get the same size as the Jazz 3. You get the tone, the not so kind of strident tone you get out of these sort of plastic picks. The pick seems to glide a lot easier over the string. It's a little bit more mellow of a tone. Now you may want a more strident tone. That just depends what you're going for. But this pick is amazing as well because you have these little holes, and what happens is when you're playing, your flash actually goes in these little holes a little bit. And I guess for ventilation it would help too, technically. But I love this pick. If you're looking for a Jazz 3 alternative, I highly recommend the Euro. So out of all these picks, my favorites are definitely the Dimension Junior and then the Euro. So I could honestly do everything I want to do with these two picks. The only downside to these two are they're clear, and I recommend, if you do buy one of these, I recommend you go with a colored one, just because I've dropped them on carpet, and if you do, you can see how clear they are. They tend to blend in with carpet like Predator or something. So I recommend, something like this, black or green or red, something that you can see. And they are more expensive than regular picks, but I've lost countless numbers of Jazz 3s over the years. Because they're so cheap. I guess they're about 50 cents a piece that I don't really get too attached to each individual one. But so I've really taken care of this Dimension Junior that I've had, for over a year. I've just made sure I always put it in the same place. So spending more in this case really ended up working out for the best. And I'd recommend you guys, if you're interested in these, I really love these picks. If you talk to Vinny, he will, if you just say what you're interested in, what you're looking for in a pick, what you don't like about your current picks, shoot him an email, and he will take care of you. He's awesome. So highly recommended V-Picks. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys soon.